first opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis excited for this one. And see, it's because we've got an interesting matchup when you look at our two quarterbacks. It's two rookies getting the start here.
With all the media attention that these youngsters get in college and then coming out in the NFL draft, it feels like we see this more often, but it's still rare to see one rookie quarterback, let alone two on the field. For these guys, they've both shown that they're up to the task. I think if you're a fan of either of these franchises, you don't just feel pretty good about the direction you're heading, you feel great about it.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. They showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Now a first carry for their fullback. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
Patrick Ricard,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
A try here for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
They're coming off. A lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just...
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And as we break it down on next-gen stats, that entire play wound up taking just 2.4 seconds beginning to end, so they were on him in a hurry.
They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks, don't let them get there, and they've rallied and made the tackle.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
He'll look to throw.
Again, it's Johnson.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And, Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us, looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. 2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 43-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Open man there is Fryer, complete.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there.
His 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are off to a 13-0 1st quarter lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. With the football going back over down to the Cleveland Browns.
Not only are they in search of their 1st score, they're in search of their 1st down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. Room here to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 31 yards there and a 1st down. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Here's a 2nd and 7. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And the catch made by Johnson.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And this one too low.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll look to throw again.
That's going to be caught by Fryer.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Back to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Wide open receiver, complete.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side.
And space tough to come by there as they get maybe a yard to the 37. The Browns at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A gain there of 30 big ones.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Browns. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Browns have got it back to within a score.
Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll look to throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Looking to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a play fake here on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. They'll drop to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. He is putting on a show in this second quarter, racking up the receiving yards as he has a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Here's 2nd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Out of the gun now on third down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Back to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Browns are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
I feel like I'm back in school. What was that book, you know? It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. This has been a tale of 2 quarters so far. They trailed 14-0 after 1. How about the rally we've been watching?
Yeah, a couple of touchdowns, PAT here to tie it up. This is a good ball game all of a sudden. Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And able to get this out to the 25. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 2nd and 4. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This pass. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. On the move past the 40. Down the sideline he goes. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll set up to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Browns have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up the secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile when he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
From the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff ready to go. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the 3rd. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
and they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
2nd down and inches. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Max Crosby able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Point after try forthcoming. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
2nd and 3. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Well, good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
They'll look to throw here. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Browns to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Here's a 2nd and 7. Got his man there, complete to Gallup.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Maxx Crosby able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They go play action here on 1st down. That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Working with a 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Sherman. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
63 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the 2 teams by far, and that's great complementary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Flushed out right, and he'll just get rid of it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Back to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
They'll set up a throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline. But out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this Browns defense stands tall. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Second and 5. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. He'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Second and 1. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He cannot hang on. It's third down. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And a quick throw here that's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 105 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 1st down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Browns, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.